Hi everyone, I trust that all is well with you. I briefly mentioned in a recent video that meditation has been very much beneficial for me in my everyday life. And so today I'm sharing with you 2 tips on meditation for beginners and also 3 specific ways that meditation has been extremely beneficial. So first of all, let me share with you a little bit about my meditation practice. I meditate for about 5 to 10 minutes per day, and I use 2 types of meditation. The first half of my meditation is a guided meditation based upon what I think I may need for the day. So for example, if I'm feeling like I need to prepare my mind to be in a particularly calm state, then I will go onto YouTube and I will type in 5-minute calming meditation. If I feel like I need to be particularly focused or mindful or connected, then I will type in 5-minute mindfulness meditation or whatever the case is. I'll just type in 5-minute and then that type of meditation. And then I spend the 5 minutes on that particular meditation. The second thing that I do is a meditation, but it's more of using my imagination. So I will take the time to imagine myself in certain situations. Maybe imagine a successful day, or imagine myself as a best-selling author. And then I go through a whole series of what does it look like? What does it feel like? What are the other people in the room doing? And I learned this particular type of meditation from the book Abundance Now by Lisa Nichols. I'll leave a link to the book in the description box below if you want to check it out. But I read it on Audible, and she goes through a series of those meditation techniques, and so it's something that I have continued on as part of my meditation. So those are the 2 ways that I meditate, and again, this takes me about 5 to 10 minutes in the morning. So let's get into my tips. My first tip for beginners would be to not have a wrong or a right way. Don't go into it thinking, this is the right way to meditate, this is the wrong way to meditate. Meditation is your personal practice. Meditation is yours. It's personal, it's personalized to you. If you meditate and you find that your mind is particularly jumbled, your mind is kind of all over the place, then that's fine. I wouldn't critique it. It just is what it is, and you will notice over time that that will become less and less of an issue. But I wouldn't stop because of that. I would continue to meditate, because a part of meditation is practicing focusing your mind. So that would be my first tip, is not to go into it thinking this is the way and this is not the way, because when you do that, you will probably think that the way your meditation is going is the wrong way, and you will overlook its benefits. So that would be my first tip. The second tip goes hand in hand, and that is develop your own practice. Now, there are some times when I pull up a 5-minute meditation on YouTube that didn't particularly work for me, and that's okay. I just keep that in mind, and I may go back to that one and try it again later, or I may not try it again at all. But again, along with the first tip, I don't critique it. It just is what it is, and I move forward. And as I continue to meditate, there are certain things that I say, okay, in my meditation, I want to focus more here than there, and by doing that, I am developing my own practice based upon my own personal needs, not based upon what I hear other people do or say concerning meditation. So the 5 to 10 minutes, at least 5 minutes, works for me in the morning. I know there are other links where people, they meditate for 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or whatever, but this is what works for me. And as my practice begins to expand and grow, and as I maybe need a little more or a little less, then I will adjust my practice that way. So now I want to share with you 3 benefits to meditation that I have found in my life. And the first one is, I'm a pretty laid back person, but I've noticed that meditation has helped to calm me from within. I'm pretty laid back again. On the outside, I'm pretty laid back. But I have noticed that at times my mind on the inside can be racing. Meditation has helped to calm me, not just on the outside, on the surface, but on the inside. It's helped to add some space. I know that when I first began practicing meditation, I had a lot of thoughts. It was hard. I would notice sounds, and it was challenging to just focus my mind. But that was the purpose and the intent and the point. One of them of meditation is just to train the mind to focus, train the mind to focus. And so as I've been developing and training my mind to not have no thoughts, but to focus on a particular thought, it has created space in my mind so that my mind isn't as crowded. I'm not as anxious. I'm a lot more just not free thinking, but I just have a lot more space and a lot more clarity and a lot more calmness from within. The second benefit is practicing meditation has helped me to connect with the present. I mentioned in a previous video this benefit. I'll leave a link to that video in the description box, but I mentioned that it's so easy to live fast forward. I'm a planner, so I naturally like to be 10 steps ahead. Well, the problem with 10 steps ahead is you stay 10 steps ahead all the time. And so I could be out with my kids and maybe thinking, oh, I didn't take the roast out, or oh, what are we going to have for dinner? So meditation has tangibly helped me, because I have noticed that if I find myself in a particular situation where my thoughts are drifting and leading me into the future, making me feel anxious or making me feel a certain kind of way that I don't want to feel, then focusing my mind on the present brings me back, brings me into the now. And so the way that I do that is, for example, I was walking with my kids one day and my mind started to go into, we were walking to a restaurant, we're really going to do this, and then that leads to that and that. And when I held their hands, my mind tuned into the feeling of their hands cupped in my hand, and I was immediately, tangibly brought into the moment. At times, maybe it's the breeze or the temperature, whether it's coolness or warmness. When I connect with that tangible thing that's around me, it brings me right where I want to be, right into the now. And that is so exciting for me, because that's something that I can pull on. That's something tangibly that I can do. And I know for a fact that that came directly from practicing meditation, because in meditation, in my meditation time, I'm training my mind to do what? To focus on a particular space, a particular thought. I'm training my mind to yield to what the spirit is leading it to do versus my mind leading my flesh. I'm training my mind to follow what spirit, wanted to do. And so I'm able to see that in my everyday life now, where if I start to, get worked up, I can easily say, all of those things are going to work out. They always work out. We're going to eat. We're going to have clean clothes. I'll have time to take care of whatever it is that's knocking on the door of my head. And I connect to the breeze. I connect to the laughter around me. And I immediately tune in and zone in on the present. And it just creates a peace. It creates a calmness. And it helps me to just not lose the present. And the third benefit that I have alluded to in the number 2 is just the training of the mind, just directing my mind, being able to notice what my mind is doing, because the mind can just go and go and go, and we don't really notice what it's doing. But I have noticed that since I've been practicing meditation, that I am very mindful of my thoughts. I notice where my thoughts are going, and I'm able to pull my thoughts back to where I want my thoughts to be, because the thoughts lead me. My thoughts lead me. My thoughts drive my day into a day that I want or a day that I don't want. So if I notice, okay, I'm getting worked up, okay, time to pull back and get my mind in check. And so all three of these, and I'll touch on them real quick again. I have them written down here: calmness, being present, and direction of the mind. Those are the three things that I have noticed thus far, three benefits that I have noticed thus far just from meditating. 5 to 10 minutes a day has just, it's just been a beneficial, and I keep saying beneficial, and I wish I could think of a stronger word for it, but it has really been impactful in my life as a wife, as a mother, and as an individual. And so I thought it would be beneficial to some of you who are considering meditation or beginning your meditation journey. I hope that this video has been beneficial for you. I know that at times when people mention meditation, some people can see it as being spooky or even intimidating. So I wanted to share with you my personal experience with meditation. Another way that I look at meditation that I didn't mention earlier in the video is reading the Word of God. I meditate on the Word of God, and I sow that Word of God into my spirit. And as I meditate on the Word of God, I'm able to transform my thinking. I'm not able to do it. The Word of God transforms my thinking, and it creates a new me. And I see myself approaching certain situations differently than I would have approached before, because that word is sown into me. So that is yet another way that we can use meditation. So again, I hope that this has been beneficial, insightful, encouraging, and or inspiring for you to find ways to possibly incorporate meditation into your life. Thank you so much for watching. I definitely appreciate your time. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments below, and I look forward to hearing from you and interacting from you. Have a happy, blessed day. Be happy, live full, love life, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.